Ladies and gentlemen, this is my FPV drone. I don't think I've shown it to you guys before, but this is what it looks like. This is the view that I see while flying it. And this is the view that other people see while flying it. It makes for just great establishing shots. It gives you the ability to start high, swoop down low, and get details. And then it also gives you the ability to chase cars and fly in through the front of buildings, right behind people, and just be really precise and unique with your shots. And I like that. I learned how to fly this thing when I worked at an advertising agency, and we had a slow season, and we had an abandoned tennis court across the street from us. So I would go there almost every day and fly for at least a half hour. So at least 5 days a week, I would be flying for at least a half hour. And after 6 months of that really built up some skills and enabled me to get some cool shoots. So today was my second time flying since moving to California, and I hadn't flown in months. So I wasn't sure about this area and how it would go, but it actually turned out to be a great place to practice some precision flying. And I don't feel like I lost that much from not flying in a few months, which is really cool. Well, maybe I lost a little. Here is our FPV drone setup. It's simple and very complicated in the same stroke. Technically, this is a Skylight 3-inch. The propellers are 3-inch and they're ducted. So that way I can fly indoors, I can fly around people, and if I bump them, it's not a big deal. It's a little extra safety. Everything on this is repairable, and I have repaired a lot of this. That's my driver's license number. This is a legally registered drone. I'm a FAA certified pilot. Nice and small, but it doesn't mean it's nice and easy. Before I flew this one time, I practiced over 10 hours on a simulator. And it was still hard, and I still broke it multiple times and had to learn to repair it. So for video, the video feed, we have this little camera and it feeds to these goggles. These are Fat Shark's Dominator HD goggles. They've been customized. I custom printed this device and worked on it, and there are 4 antennas, patch antennas inside, and they're all directional, so they beam out really strong in a direction. It's just kind of a slick build I did back when I had more time on my hands. So you'd be hard pressed to find goggles that look exactly like this. But yeah, anyways. So this feeds to this quickly, very quickly. There's very low latency. And then this is where we get beautiful footage. As you can see, we have an ND filter on here. That helps the look a lot. It gives you buttery smooth video footage with nice motion blur when you use the right ND filter. But this is the GoPro Hero 11 Mini. We're using a Mini because it is less heavy. The larger ones are heavier, and the battery will not last as long with a heavier camera. So this is the smallest, one of the smallest GoPros you can get. That's great, love it. And then this is a Radio Master Boxer. It's an awesome remote. All of this has just been very customized to me. This is what I look like with the goggles on. We've got a little cord here for power. I like to feed it through my shirt so it stays out of the way. Then we have a little USB-C device here. It goes USB-C to HDMI. So I can actually plug a monitor into these goggles, and I can have a director right next to me watching a live feed, which is really cool. We completely ran out of money just a few days ago. Hit zero. On Monday, I wrote in my journal this. We had $79.45. We have $79.45 in our bank account and no source of income except the source. Amara feels a peace from God. Amara's my wife, and is feeling He already has put things in motion to provide for us. Today she was just feeling that and thanking God for it. We love you, Father, provider of all. The next day, my wife needed to buy groceries. We had $79 in the bank account. And she's like, do I buy groceries or do we just like eat sausages that we have left in the freezer and that's it for the day? And I told her, like, just go for it. I know God's gonna take care of us. So she did. She went and bought groceries and she came back and she's like, okay, we're completely out of money now. We have no money. And I was like, okay, that's kind of funny. I guess life just goes on. So the next day we woke up and we had no money. And it was kind of crazy. You're like, wow, can't really fill the car up, but good thing it is full because don't have any more money. But then the next day I checked my bank account and it had gone way up because I filed my taxes about a month ago, and the federal government felt bad about how much money I spent on equipment last year, and they gave me a fat refund. Basically, our overall income got dropped quite a bit because I spent $20,000 on gear. And we were living in Mississippi where incomes are lower, so $20,000 was a big chunk of our income. And so the federal government felt bad for us and gave us a great refund, and it came just in the nick of time. So we had one day where we had no money and we were fine. So God took care of us, and we're just continuing to trust and just do our best, do the next right thing, and I think things are going to work out. I'm not planning to share my finance with you guys all the time, but I always hear stories about people who are like close to zero or like just making it by, but you usually hear it after the fact, not like while they're in it. So I like to share it while I'm in it because it's not the end of the world. Yeah, it was a little nerve-wracking, but the days where we had $0 just a few days ago, we were fine, and it just felt like God was going to take care of us, and He did. So yeah, we're going to keep growing. All right, love you guys. Just wanted to include you on that. David Morefield, a DP from Florida, just gave me a shout out on his channel. He shouted me out, talked about a video that I did, and really just gave me some encouragement that I really appreciated. But from that, quite a few people actually have come over to my channel and left just encouraging notes. I got lots of encouraging comments from different people. I also probably got like 5 or 10 DMs on my Instagram from people who found me because of David. And I thought that was awesome. I thought that was really encouraging. And then last night I got an email from the vlog father himself. I didn't even believe this was real at first, but David G. Winters, who is the cranky cameraman. I've definitely watched his videos before, and impressive guy. He's been in the industry a long time, but he sent me a message that I think is really important and really helpful because it was some feedback that I needed to hear. And so I thought I'd just read it to you guys. Hi, Tommy. Cranky Cameraman on YouTube. Just found you via David Morefield. Love your drive and transparency. One vertical where I had success was shooting pitch and product videos for startups in the Bay Area. Initially for one startup, then videos for other startups funded by the same venture capital firm. That VC connection grew to a 10+ year run of tech videos and is how I broke the 100K year barrier as a DP. Add your cell phone to all your YouTube videos and at the top and bottom of your webpage. I booked same-day shoots off desperate phone and text messages, some of which from large agencies and media companies. Good luck to you and your family. I wish you much success. David Winters, cinematographer, broadcast, E&G, Winters Media, phone number and everything. So then I said, David, that is so nice of you to reach out and a great idea. I'm going to look into some VCs now. I know a guy who's pretty connected in that industry, so I'll reach out to him. I'm hesitant putting my phone in my videos because I don't know if I want that out in the world, but you've got me thinking about it now. Your encouragement, useful ideas are really a blessing right now. Thank you, man. So then he hit me back again and said, I get some weird robocalls, but one call that turns into multiple $1,000 bookings will increase your spam tolerance. While it's your personal cell, you are a service business now, and corporate customers prefer phone and text. There's a lot of urgent work via phone. I just sent my Amira out on a feature that is in town. $4,000 rental from a cold call from Miami last night. Camera was just picked up. Good luck. So that's why my phone number is now in the beginning of my video. I kind of don't want to do it, but I trust David, and he's right. My cell phone is now a business phone. It's just kind of weird to think. But I just want to say big thank you to David. I really appreciate you, man. You've been really encouraging on my journey. About a year ago, when I wanted to switch to freelance, I was working at a production company, and I was watching David's videos, and it helped me kind of plan out how I wanted to prepare to be a freelancer. And now I'm really taking the dive, and I feel like David's really helped me with that. So really positive guy, really encouraging guy, and just great content, just all around great human. So I really appreciate you, David. You've been a big blessing and a big encouragement. And thank you to the other David, the cranky cameraman, for making great content as well too. I also find your content super useful, and just taking the time to reach out to me and give me some advice. I've gotten some advice from other people and just feedback from other people, and it's all just been super helpful, super encouraging, and I really appreciate you guys.